Hello, everyone, and welcome to Smart Systems. We are very excited to have you here with us today for the next installment in our Get Smarter educational series. We have a great program for you today with expert speakers and special guests. But first, just a quick refresher on the format so you know exactly what to expect, especially if this is your first time joining us. We start with a brief 10 to 15-minute presentation. We know your time is valuable, so we try to pack as much quality information as possible in a very concentrated form. And today we'll follow that presentation with our guest speakers, and then we'll open it up to questions. For questions, we invite you to submit them using the built-in chat function. And you're welcome to send us your questions at any time as you think of them. Just be aware that we'll begin addressing them once the presentation part is over. If we don't get to your questions during the Q&A, do not worry. Rest assured that we'll reach out to you directly after the webinar. That usually pertains to questions that are best addressed one-on-one with our support team. Please note that we are recording the meeting. Smart is proud to offer you the best service in the industry, and that includes access to these meetings in recorded form. So in a few days, you should receive a separate email with the recording link. Lastly, we always appreciate your feedback. Shortly after the webinar, a very brief survey is going to land in your inbox, just a few clicks and maybe 90 seconds of your time, but would be very helpful to us as we strive to make these events as informative and helpful as possible. You can also email us at webinars@smartsystems.com. That's plural, webinars@smartsystems.com, with any thoughts or suggestions that you have. And with all of this introductory stuff out of the way, let's move into the main event. As the holidays are almost upon us, now seems like the perfect time to extensively profile an essential piece of Smart's marketing platform, which is trigger-based marketing and messaging. It's my pleasure to introduce Denise Goldstein, who is our marketing manager and our expert speaker today. Denise, welcome.
Thank you, Art. Thanks for the introduction. My name is Denise Goldstein. I am marketing manager here for Smart Systems. This is my first webinar, but it won't be the last. We're planning a few of these over the next few months to engage our customers and just show you more features of Smart POS and our marketing platform. So today we're here to talk about timing is everything. Automate your marketing and find hidden business growth. Before we get started, I'd like to ask everyone to find their raise hand button. It's just within Zoom in the reactions. I'm just going to be asking one question later. So it'd just be great to have you know how to raise your hand. And then if you press it again, it will unraise. So we're just going to raise it one time per question and then unraise. So thank you so much for everyone who is testing it out right now. So just a quick snapshot of our marketing platform for anyone who may not have seen this yet. This past summer, we launched 3 products. These are digital marketing products, trigger-based marketing, smart reviews, and smart social. These are really products that are meant to drive your business forward and integrate with Smart so that it's all of a streamlined digital marketing experience. And we'll go into more detail about all of this. But before we go too far, I just wanted to create sort of a framework for how these products work. So 2 of these really are under an umbrella that we like to call your digital storefront. Your digital storefront is really your web-based business profile. So if people are trying to find you online, looking for a dry cleaner, looking for you specifically, how are you going to appear? So Smart Reviews is a review platform where we help you generate positive reviews for your business by asking your customers to leave a review in a very sort of casual way that encourages them without being aggressive, but it does sort of generate more of a profile for you online. And then we have our Smart Social, which is all about managing your social media. and making sure that there's relevant content and just a good profile for you up on the web. So these two products are really your digital storefront, your sort of web-based reputation, which is important in its own right. And trigger-based marketing is what we're going to be speaking about today, which is about working within your current customer base. And we're going to learn why this is such a valuable product and why this sort of strategy is going to pay off for you. We're going to just set the scene here. These are just statistics that a lot of people talk about in business. I'm sure you've heard them, but we're just going to go over them very quickly to make sure we're all on the same page. Acquiring new customers in general costs about 5 times more than retaining your customers. This could be advertising, digital advertising, or print advertising. Printed postcards, anything, flyers that you're doing to sort of get the word about your business to newer customers is 5 times more expensive than anything that you might do for your current customers. And the next statistic, very interesting, increasing customer retention by even 5% can increase profits from 25 to 95%. So this means within your customer base, if you get 5% of them to spend more money with you, your profits can grow that much more. And then this final statistic, again, hammering home this point, the success rate of selling to a customer you already have is 60 to 70%, while the success rate of selling to a new customer is 5 to 20%. So I think this makes a lot of sense. A newer customer just isn't familiar with you, a lot less likely to engage, whereas your current customer base is going to be that much more familiar and that much more willing to spend. So we're going to talk about trigger-based marketing, but I'm just curious to know, and this is where you're going to do your raise hand button. How many of you know what trigger-based marketing is or already use it for your business? I'm going to give everyone about 5 to 10 seconds to answer that question. And then my colleague Summer here is going to tell me how many people are raising their hand. We have 41 people on the call. Let's see how many people say yes. We're up to 6 so far, 7. Give it a few more minutes. A few more seconds. Okay, so 10 out of 41, so about a quarter of you. So that's just good to know, who knows and who does not know what we're going to be discussing today. So let's get into trigger marketing. So this is messaging, but it is smart messaging. So in a nutshell, we created a technology system, sort of a platform that pulls data from your smart POS in real time and puts your customers into segments by anything from attributes to behaviors. The attributes could be which location they use of yours, which route they're on, how much are they spending, how many times have they visited your store, or how to pick up, and then their behavior. Have they had an order in the last 30 days? Are they in or out of a pattern? Are they a new customer? So all this information is already in your POS. It already exists. So what we do is when you sign up for our marketing platform, we work with you and we set up a messaging strategy. We talk about triggers that we would either suggest or that you would like to set. These could be actions, sort of a new customer, no order for 30 days, a certain date, or if you're doing a certain promotion, what period is that going to be and who is it going to go to? And so our system is automated so that it knows which message to send, when to send it, and who to send it to. And these campaigns just run consistently until you say stop. So the system is basically always looking for that new person to put in the segment and send them a new message. And it's all based on them. So it's not going to seem out of sync. It's not going to seem aggressive. It's just finding those people who really have not engaged recently and giving them a reminder to come back. And I'm going to show you the list of triggers later to just show you just how many options we have. So the point is that without automated messaging, new or regular customers would be left behind and streams of revenue would be untapped. That, or you would have to spend your time thinking about who you need to message and when, and what it should say and when it should send. Whereas with trigger marketing, it's just running on its own. You do not have to do anything. So how can you use it? How can your business implement and utilize trigger-based marketing? Well, we have over 30 existing campaign templates, so we've already created them. You can also do your own. You can also just modify what we have created, maybe change some wording, maybe change the amount of a certain promotion or a discount, and everything gets your branding. So we work with you to make sure that it looks the way that you like. Once you're in the trigger marketing system, you can also do special broadcasts. So when you have a new service you want to offer, maybe there's a weather issue, a seasonal promotion, and you can just tell us, blast to only my top 20% of customers, blast to everyone who is at this one store, blast to everybody. We can segment it because we just have this smart data. We can also do A/B testing. I'm not sure if anyone is already doing this, but this is where you just change one item in one of the emails to see if it works better. You can change like a subject line, or you can change maybe the amount of a discount. Say, is 10% enough to bring someone back in, or do I have to do 20%? You can sort of test that out. And what we've seen with people who use trigger marketing is that, for example, for customers who are sort of out of pattern or haven't come back in a while, you would maybe just send a promotion one time and it triggers them to come back and get back into pattern. We've had people, our clients, say it works. It'll bring people back into their business, into the fold, just with one trigger email. And the beautiful thing is that anytime someone activates a promotion in the email, if they click the button, your POS will then show that they did that. So when they come in, let's say it is someone who hasn't been in your store for a while, your staff will see, oh, look, they're using their welcome back promotion. You can tell the client, thank you so much for coming back. And you would know that because it would be in that POS. So you're going to see how loyal that customer is or has not been and is now ready to be loyal again. And so it really helps your staff to be more connected to the customers. And I did just want to reinforce that all of our campaigns can run on email or SMS, depending on what you prefer. So let's just look at this list. We won't talk about everything, but I just wanted to give you sort of the list of triggers that we've already identified that work well. So we have new customer campaigns, route customer campaigns, database, reminders that someone has not picked something up, or if they haven't not yet paid their bill, upselling, cross-selling. This is if you want them to try alterations or wash and fold that have never tried, send them a 10% discount. And again, you're going to know who's never done alterations before because it's in the system. We have customer churn reduction, one and done, client with no new order. You can see the list, specials that you want to do. Thank you for your order, anniversary. And then here's some, one-time quick sends. You're closing early, you're opening late, route suspension, snow day. All of these are, one-offs that are just very easy to put together in the smart marketing system. So does this work? Let's see a test case. This is an actual client of ours. I'm not going to say the name. These are results from March 1st to November 1st. And so you can see each promotion that they did. The total count, 1,780 promotions were redeemed. Financially, 120,000 would be before a discount. There were $20,000 of discounts and about $100,000 of revenue. This is quite incredible, especially because it was a one-time setup, and this just sort of came about from these trigger-based emails. We're not going to guarantee everyone's going to have a certain return, but I just wanted to show that this does work. And then this is someone with 3 locations, just so you can get a sense of how many stores and potentially how many customers could be from this, but it does work. So what's special about smart marketing? Because there are a lot of other people out there doing trigger-based marketing? Well, the biggest, answer would be your POS is the one producing the data, and it's a smart, it's a connected, it's a partnership between our technology and your POS. So it's going to give you that data and actually be in your system, which is a beautiful thing. If someone uses a promotion, you'll see it automatically. And we can actually configure KPIs, which are key performance indicators. This is a sort of a reporting. So you can just check in your POS how many people have used this promotion, who used the promotion, who are they. You can go as deep as you want to go and see what's working and see who is most, using these promotions. We do send a weekly performance snapshot. This is just sort of a high level sort of snapshot of your week, how many emails went out, how many people might have clicked in any of our marketing platforms that you use. If you use 1, 2, or 3, your email is going to just include all of that data. It's just a really nice thing to get every week. And another thing that is incredibly special about what we offer is that we customize your experience. We will always work with you. We will create special campaigns for you. There's no limit on messaging. We will always be in touch with you to make sure the messaging and the look is exactly what you want. And a final point is just that your POS does already send like one-off messages when someone is a new client, came to the counter, if there's any message that's just very quick. But it's not a very nice template. It's just a very basic template, whereas our new system, the marketing system, will definitely be a lot more flexible and have more design options. So if that's something that you are interested in, it's going to be very valuable for you. Just a quick look at 2 sample emails from an actual dry cleaner. The one on the left is asking someone to give their email address, very, low key. And then on the right is just a welcome email, again, branded. And then at the bottom, you'll see that profile button that if they click it, links directly to their account in your smart POS. So it's a very smart system. It goes right to their profile and they can make any changes they want. So one last set of statistics. This is just to show broadly how well trigger marketing works. Marketing emails are 497%, which is almost 500% more effective than batch and blast emails. That means if you're just sending a blast email to your entire list of clients, it's going to be so much less effective than something that's personalized to your customers. Mobile push triggers are 1,490% more effective, which is kind of incredible. And I get basic email text messages from, all of these furniture companies that I may have visited a few months ago and I'm just not interested in anymore. You can just see how much more effective it is when someone that I actually use, a service that I actually use, will message me, and just how much more effective it is. So I just wanted to leave everyone with this final point of just how well trigger-based marketing works. So we are now going to welcome our special guests for a discussion on how they've been using trigger marketing for their businesses. Welcome Will Waterstrat from Helena's Cleaners in Seattle, Randy Merkel, Angie Brunin from Appearance Plus Cleaners in Cincinnati. If you guys will unmute, we will start asking you some questions. If you want to just say hello.
Hello.
Great.
Hello.
So I'm going to go one by one. Will, would you introduce yourself, your business, and can you just answer what marketing you were doing before you were using smart marketing?
My name is Will Waterstrat from Seattle, Washington. Our cleaner's name is Helena's Cleaners. We have 3 locations. with retail. One of those locations is a 13,000 square foot plant. We have 18 routes. We've been on Smart for about 6 years. I got 47 employees, and this year we'll probably do right around 5 million gross revenue. Marketing before Smart, very little. We literally maybe played around with a little bit of Google AdWord when that was a thing. And that is all that we did.
Okay. Well, we're going to get into how much you
Yeah.
like smart marketing in a few minutes. Randy,
Yep.
do you want to introduce yourself, and Angie?
Yeah, hi. My name is Randy Marco. There are a few faces on here that I do know. So Jan and Carl, hello there. But with Appearance Plus Dry Cleaners, we've been around since 1984. We currently have 2 stores and 4 routes. We are just over 1.5 million in sales. And growing. I will say that, COVID hit us pretty hard, but, with the bounce back and the team that we have on top of the marketing that we've been doing, it's been a big benefit.
Great. And were you using very much marketing, or what kind of marketing before you did smart marketing?
Before we used cleaner marketing. And then before that, we did, most of ours was through Constant Contact. We did it internally. We didn't have really anybody do it. In fact, that was Angie. Angie was the marketing guru, there. But that's what we did for a long time until we got smart.
Okay. All right. Well, so let's dig in. Will, what are some of the benefits of smart marketing? Do you have, I think you have more orders, more people coming in. Do you want to just give us a quick overview of the benefits?
The biggest benefit for me is, most of this stuff is like set it and forget it. Like you end up setting it up. You're going to put a little bit of energy into looking at the templates, which ones you want to use. You're also probably going to go a little bit back and forth in your head. Are we emailing too much? Are we emailing not enough? If I were to give some advice for anyone who's interested, I'd say step on the gas. It's one of those things that it's just to go full force and then deal with all the revenue that comes in from it later. Because at the end of the day, it's been really easy to use. Once again, you have a set list of templates that Smart offers you. With that set of templates, what you really realize is once you're with Smart Marketing, you can reach out to them and you can do a lot of your own branding. So at first, some people might say, oh, it's generic, but once you get into working with Smart, you realize it's really kind of at your own discretion what energy you put towards it. Because what we've done now is the branding has now fit more Helena's Cleaners, what we wanted. And everyone at Smart Marketing has been great working with us. It's been really easy. Usually we just send an email, we get a few templates back and, how is it? So ultimately it's really nice that we have someone that understands our point of sale. And so going into it, everything from setting up a campaign and multiple promotions that you might have running, that can get a little bit confusing if I was to work with someone outside of my own point of sale company that couldn't guide me through probably the dynamic side of what works together, what doesn't, how is this all gonna work, and so having them part of that has been great. And I would say overarching, that is really for me, the best part is, I have someone that I can go to and they've always been there.
And because it's from a laundry sort of dry cleaning focused company, we sort of understand your business. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Yeah, great. You just answered 5 of my questions already, so that's awesome. Randy, Angie,
Well done, Will. Well done.
your turn. Don't leave yet. I'm sure I'll have one more. And I did not pay him to be on here. I promise. All of that was, he said whatever he wanted to say. I promise everyone. All right, Randy, Angie, what would you like to tell us about your experiences and how much you use it, how much effort you put in, how much you use of our preset triggers versus not?
Well, you know, and if you don't mind,
Yeah.
you know, I think Will said a lot of it, to be quite frank with you. I mean, you know, just to sort of, you know, piggyback off of that, I think if we look at how much time that we used to spend on it, it was probably weeks, days and weeks. Now it's like, you know, like per month. Now it's like hours. It's hours a month. And that to me is a really big value, because I could be working more on my business instead of in my business. And that to me is the big value definitely moving forward, because, you know, in you know, today's day and age, everything is changing so rapidly that you've got to be able to adapt and adjust to what's going on. And with, you know, with this marketing, it makes it easy. Our customers, you know, get what we want them to get. You know, if you don't want to spend a lot of time on being able to you know, fine tune whatever email or text going out, it's already preset up, so that at least gets you out of the blocks and, you know, gets you to move forward and then adjust. I think you know, I date myself, but I remember during the Desert War, you know, the commander-in-chief Schwarzkopf said it's much, you know, it's much easier for us to just get, you know, out of the blocks and get going, and then we can adjust and we can fine tune what we need to do. And I think that to me is one of the biggest values. And you know, who's the best customer to, you know, sell to? I mean, the answer is easy. It's your current customer. And you know, and if you can sell to your current customer and get more out of them from this, you know, kind of ease, it just makes the most sense.
We agree.
Denise, do you mind if I jump in real quick again? You know,
Please.
the one thing also is that I think that for me, I didn't realize until I was with Smart Market or started using triggered marketing, it is the lowest hanging fruit. You know, it really is. It's the lowest hanging fruit with the largest return that you can't even anticipate until you actually start doing it. And so for me, you know, that extra revenue, when you run those KPIs and you end up seeing what's coming in at really, just like Randy said, if, you know, you're doing just 4 hours, you know, of planning during that month, you know, something along those lines, and you see the revenue and it just automatically happens, you know, and then you walk away from it, even if you don't even address it every single month. Let's just say you do it once and it's up and going and you don't even look at it again. You have something in place that is interacting with your customers.
Yes, exactly. It's and it's timed so that, again, I don't think it's an aggressive marketing tactic. I think it's a very well timed, and it'll just hit people. And if they don't want to respond, they don't have to respond. But we're not sort of actively chasing them for money. It's like presenting them with the opportunity. And to me, it just feels very, it's a comfortable way to market versus just blasting all the time with things that just don't matter to them. Angie, do you have any thoughts on your end?
Yeah, you know, with the strategies that are in place through Smart, and we onboarded Smart, was 3 years ago, Randy. So being able to get into a deeper dive with our customers and get into their pockets deeper through this trigger based marketing. And we use key performance indicators, not only through the Smart side, but even on our own side, which might be a little dubious, but I know this webinar doesn't focus on the Google reviews. We have found that there's been a complete shift in how we acquire customers by using the Smart system, our triggered marketing. but also those Google reviews. We acquire 27, our acquisition reports at 22% is through the Google.
Wow, that's
So,
incredible.
yeah. So just having these strategies in place and being able to manipulate them the way that would be customized to us has been very beneficial. Prior to Smart, we were very manual. We had a SAS system. I don't know if anybody's aware of SAS, but it was a statistical analysis of our customers. So it was very, very manual. And this kind of took the guesswork out of it. So we've
Great.
it, great, great feedback, and are thankful to work with you guys that, help us.
Thank you. Feeling is mutual. I'm going to have to wrap up the interview portion. Any final thoughts from any of you? All right. Again, no payment was provided to our special guests, but we really appreciate your kind words, and we're so happy, and it makes us want to work even harder to make products that help your business. So I'm just going to do a quick sort of show of how smart marketing can get you to appear more helpful to your customers during the holiday season. So November, you can see, Thanksgiving related emails, store hours, closings, grateful messages, table linens, things that would, connect to hosting a dinner for international clients, Poppy Day. And then again in December, you can do sort of more of the party, hosting guests over the holidays, comforter cleaning, holiday party, and then, sort of your holiday, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve store hours, and Happy New Year messages. So all these so easy to do in the trigger marketing application. If you get in touch with us within the next few days and start kind of the wheels turning, we would have you set up with more than enough time. We are starting to book up our demos and things. So definitely let us know as soon as you can if you're interested. But there is plenty of time to get everyone set up before the holidays if that's something that you're interested in. So we are going to do a few minutes of Q&A. Art, do you have those questions? And I'm putting up a slide that is showing you sort of on the back end. This is what we see. This is how we set up our triggers. The image on the right, it just shows how sophisticated our system is, but how easy it is to sort of put people into their segments and decide who's going to get what email and at what time. So Art, go ahead if we have a few questions.
We do. And just as a reminder, please use the chat function. There's a link towards the bottom of your screen. There were also some volume issues earlier, apparently, so hopefully you can hear me okay now. If not, then use the chat function to inform me as well. The first question that popped up is from an existing Smart customer who has been with Smart for just about a month. And the question is, do we have a recommendation as to when one should turn on specifically this segment, the the trigger-based marketing?
I'm reading the question on another screen. I think you could turn it on anytime you wanted. There's no time that is better than the present. There's no reason not to, let's just say.
Right, why waste the time? Yeah. Did we understand you right, Denise, that Smart starts out with 30 predefined templates? There's a comment about other software packages offering more potentially, and the question is, why did we stop at 30? And if so, which ones we might have cut out?
So I wasn't here when the triggers were created, so I can't actually analyze on the spot right now which ones we're not using. But I will say that our team did a lot of research into trigger marketing before selecting not only how this would work, but which triggers to use. There's no limit, to be quite honest. We probably picked the ones that we thought would be most beneficial. But if you sign on with us and you say, I want this trigger, we will look at it. And if it's something that our data can provide the correct information, then it's always possible to do new triggers. We just, again, we did our research and I think we probably picked the ones that were going to be the most valuable. I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to stay on templates for a moment, the question
Mhm.
just came in while we're on the subject. Those can still be customized with more details about one's brand, correct?
Yes, yes. It will look like it's coming from your business, not from Smart.
Very good. Next question is from someone who is switching from a competitor to Smart on December
Mhm.
1st. Currently are using Be Creative 360 and Constant Contact.
Mm.
Specifically, they're using Constant Contact for one-off emails like weather delays, things that are not
Mhm.
regularly scheduled. So the question is, can they stop using Constant Contact and just use trigger-based messaging in Smart for emails and texts that are not regularly scheduled? Because those sometimes need to be sent in with very short notice in just a few hours.
Yeah. I'm going to say we lead the pack with having a turnaround that is very fast. So if you know weather is coming, 24 hours, I believe, is all that we need to get a message out for you. And depending on our workload, possibly faster. So absolutely, yes. The answer is yes. Any special broadcasts, you can plan it out as far out as you want, and you can do it as soon as the next day if there's sort of an emergency situation. I did want to say, I'm sure a lot of you are curious about pricing. So that is going to be very easy for you to obtain. We're going to be giving an email address and a phone number to call. And then one of our marketing experts will get in touch with you very, very quickly to set up anywhere from a 5-minute talk to a 15-minute talk to longer if you want to know about our other marketing products and get you set up. So we aren't giving pricing right now, but it's going to be a very fast turnaround if you're interested and want to know more. I'm seeing one more question come in. Do you set up an annual schedule for promos to go out at specific dates? Yes, we can set up dates for a whole month, for a period of 6 months, up to a year. We can plan out a calendar for you. So that is no problem. And you would just work with our engineer team on the back end to sort of set up everything that you need. Are there any further questions that we can answer today? We again have a phone number 919-849-5500 and an email marketing@smartsystems.com. Get in touch with us and someone will get back to you quickly. Just one more question that seems to have popped up. If we have to change a route to a different day and we message everyone from the route to let them know they're being moved, how do we change them in mobile to be able to clear them out of an off day? I would probably have to ask an engineer about that because it sounds like there are 2 different messaging systems that would need to be coordinated. I think it's probably possible. I just actually don't know the logistics at the moment. So
We'll research this and get
yeah,
back to you.
we'll take your name
once
and
we
we'll
go
get
through it.
back to you. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't answer that quite right now. So if there are no further questions, we're going to wrap up. So happy that you guys were here. Thank you to Will. Thank you to Angie. Thank you to Randy. Thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciated your time and everything that you talked about smart marketing. This webinar was recorded. I'm sure Art will sort of wrap up with all the details about what happens after the webinar ends. But just wanted to thank you all for being here. It was great to have you.
Great, and thank you, Denise. Still a few volume issues as noted in the comments, so I'll do the old cup hand over the microphone to quickly reiterate a few things in closing. You will receive that link with the recording of this webinar in just a few days. It will become part of our YouTube channel. If you haven't yet been to our YouTube channel, go ahead, check it out, and subscribe. You'll get notifications as we add new content. Please also look out for that brief survey right after the webinar. We'd love to see your feedback. If you are a smart customer, we appreciate your business. If you're thinking about signing up for our marketing platform, please give us a shout and we'll see together how it best works with your business strategy. If you're not a smart customer, we hope to earn your business. If you like what you saw here today, then we are confident you'll love everything else about Smart, and we hope you give us an opportunity to show it to you. If you're a fellow industry vendor, spread the word. We're looking forward to seeing you, all of you, at our future events, both on and offline. And in the meantime, thank you for joining us. Have a great day.